we have a extension cord here we bought at a garage sale. It has a nice 3-outlet end on it, and on this end it has a 3-prong plug, but as you can see, somebody cut the ground prong off, so we're going to heat up our soldering iron here. You can see the temperature going up on it here. And we're going to cut, I got this nice tool kit here up at Harbor Freight. It's very handy. That way I'm not looking for tools all the time. So I'm going to cut my destroyed plug off like that. And we'll cut our cord, score through our outer jacket very carefully here. When you do this, you want to make sure you do not cut into your conductors underneath, just cut through the outer jacket like we're doing. See, I just bend it around like that. There we go. So here in the country I was born in, your white wire is neutral, your black wire is live, and your green wire is earth, which is ground. So we're going to strip our wires here. We'll cut them back just a bit. I think I stripped them a little long, not a lot, but we'll cut them back so that they're all nice and even here. We'll strip them with our 18 gauge hole. And we're going to tin our wires. And we're going to use some electronic and electrical type flux. And we're going to use some electrical solder, which is rosin core 4060. So we'll twist our stranded wires together. We can dip it in the flux. We will go over here. We'll clean our iron on the. We'll tin our iron with our soldering iron. And we'll come up here and we'll tin our wire. Now I'll bring the camera down close so you can see better. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll strip our other, we'll have our flux up here. Strip our black wire with our 18 gauge hole. Twist our strands together. Dip it in the flux. Yeah, I get the wire all covered with the flux. Clean our iron. We'll get some solder on our iron here. And we'll tin our wire. See how it flows nice? Now go underneath here. See how I get a nice flow through and a nice tin all the way around? Now I'll do our white wire. Twist our strands together. I'll get them in the flux. Clean our tip. Put some solder on our iron. And we'll come up here and we'll see how it's going through, giving a nice flow through there. Now I just have to move this insulation up just a smidgen because it moved down a little bit, or I could just push the other ones down a little. Okay, I'll turn our iron off because we're done with it for the moment, so I don't burn it out. Okay, so this is our lit plug. This will let us know that there's power, that we'll open it up here. We'll put our cord through our connector here. So here in the country I was born in, our outlets and plugs are polarized. Your white wire goes on the silver colored terminal. Your black wire goes on the brass colored terminal, and your green ground goes on that green screw. So let's start with our white wire. You'll put it in the hole like this here. Make sure the insulation goes into the clear plastic but doesn't get caught under the pressure plate there. Make sure it's tight. We might have to use our flathead. Or we can use our Robertson one. We'll make sure it's tight. Now we'll take our green wire and we'll put it under our green terminal. Now by tinning the wire, the strands all stay together and they don't get all messed up and fray all over the place. And we'll just tighten it up. Make sure it's nice and tight, and our green is on the green screw. Now we'll get our black wire. Now if you don't tin your wires, it's harder to keep all your strands together when you're shaping them and pushing them into the holes here. And we'll get our black wire under this brass terminal here. Make sure our copper doesn't get, or insulation doesn't get pinched under the make sure we don't get our insulation caught under our pressure plate there. So we got our green on the green screw, black on the brass screw, and our white on the silver screw. Now this is a lit plug, so we'll know when we plug it in that there's power at the outlet we're plugging into. So I'm going to just scrape our sticker off here. Comes off in little pieces. There's a little neon bulb in here that will light up. Let us know that there's power when we plug in. The little light bulb is up in this clear part here. So now we can slide our plug back together here. Get our holes lined up. There's our, see the little key notch here? That's how you know when you got it lined up properly. See that little notch there and this little notch here? They go in like that. And I'll just tighten this up. And now we'll tighten our screws that hold our cord in, so we'll just make sure our cord stays centered here, and we'll just tighten up our cord clamp here. There we go, we have our wire centered in the clamp here. And if you look at the receptacle end here, you'll see one slot is wider, one slot is narrow. The narrow slot is your live wire, and your wide slot is the neutral. So we'll plug this in, and we'll plug in our polarity tester. We'll verify that it's hooked up properly. There's two ways we can check it. We'll do it with our polarity tester here. As you can see here, the code on it for the what the lights mean. Plug it in. So this means this outlet is hooked to a non-grounded circuit, but I'm going to plug it into a grounded circuit, and then you'll see that. Now the other way we can check it to verify our black wires on the live side is by going in the narrow slot with our neon tester. Now I'll go plug it in with our grounded outlet. And there you can see the both lights are lit and it's hooked up correctly. There's our lit plug to let us know there's power there.